If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 428. Still Got Game is the official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
And I am Roger Hitman Roken.
I'm James, back by popular demand, yaw dog, yacht.
And I'm Chris Selden, 007 Selden.
Woo, we got a show tonight. It's Tifless, unfortunately, but we do have 4 of us on, which is a record for the past month. So it's good to have everybody back. Especially
we're a little bit less busy and a little more homebodied.
Yes, like I was saying earlier, I've been in this chair for probably 12 to 14 hours of the day today. So, yeah, good times. Good times. So working from home for real jobs goes right to working from home for our fake non-paying job. But we're here with the show, and we're going to put it on for all of you. So, but it's good to have everybody back. So nice to see you guys. And you, especially, Yant, because we missed you when you were blowing us off.
Oh, I wasn't blowing you guys off. But I appreciate being back. I missed it, for sure.
It's good. All right, well, if anyone's here in chat tonight, you can drop something in chat. We'll try to work in the show. But other than that, we'll just jump right in the mailbag for feedback and questions from last week's show or whenever. Well, technically it was a show last week, but whatever shows. And remember, if you want to leave us a voicemail, it will cut you off after a minute. And I wasn't sure the voicemail was working, so I called and left one. And it still fucking works. So I don't know why you guys aren't leaving voicemails, but your voice could be on the show if you just took 5 fucking seconds to call the number, 773-527-2961.
It's because it's in your head.
So you can leave one. It'll give you a minute of recording time. You can say something cool. All right. This name is fucked up. Ailturn Comments with some uppercase bullshit in there that doesn't even make sense. Or AEI or AELTUR or whatever. Who gives a shit what your name is? Where'd y'all go?
Right away, man. Right back at it.
Woo! Never miss a beat.
All right. Ailturn Comments. Where'd y'all go? When's your next episode? I need it bad.
Oh my god.
Wow, I guess it was
Couldn't even get right out of the gates.
It was the y'all that threw me off. I can't say y'all. Like, it's y'all comes with a...
Is this recorded? Is this a recorded comment? Because I would love to hear if that's actually how he said it. And if you didn't, we apologize for Derek, okay? Like usual. We apologize for Derek.
Right, y'all. I'm assuming that you're saying y'all. Like, hey, y'all, your sister looks as good as mine. Like, okay, I don't know. All right, we got to dial this back.
You use that word "we" again.
This is our could give a fuck attitudes or whatever we have. So let's dial it back.
Is that
it was
word
nice.
"we" again?
Okay, well, we're back. We're back. To answer your question, we're sorry we've been around. We haven't been around for a while. I'm sorry. I haven't been around. I've been busy.
Yeah, so. we've all different people have different issues, but we did get out a show last week, an audio only show, Ailturn. So we all are back. I couldn't. Hey. It was low hanging fruit. All right, moving on. Stacy Pone's comments. I thought your PAX East episode was really solid. I ended up not being able to go this year, so your recap was just the taste of what I was missing. Oh, thanks, Stacy Pones.
I'll be honest, I haven't listened to it.
Wow. Way to go.
Really, I've been busy. Team
player.
I know. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I've been busy.
From home, you can listen to a fucking podcast instead of
music. Now I can.
You got all the time in the world. So
you just tell your smart speaker to play an episode, and it'll play the recent episode for you.
Exactly.
Seldom, that's enough out of you.
Oh,
he's the Smurf.
He's blue.
Not Selden this time.
All right. Yes. Today I am blue,
but Selden's all weird pixelated too. Hi, Hit. How you doing, buddy? It's been a while.
It's really been a while. On.
Yeah.
And you need to have a train going across the screen right below our names at all times. And then you just crash into another train. You just keep crashing into each other.
Everything's fixed. All right. Next up, Penumbro comments. Like the D-Smooth Electrify PAX East show more than I thought I would. I'm not a conventions kind of person. That said, when are you guys going back to your normal schedule? Today. And what do you mean more than you thought you would?
Well, see, because that person answered their question for you. Like they're not like convention type people. So, but they thought, oh, well, I liked it really well because I don't really care. Like they probably didn't care about an E3 episode or anything like that. They care about our normal show. Those are some of our
best content ever.
No, it's not.
No,
our best content is this right here. You turning blue. What more better you can get from that? I mean, come on.
I would say that the recaps of the conventions are very informative and very well structured, and you get a lot of information across in a short period of time. But for entertainment purposes, they like to see the interaction that we all have about things.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. I'd like to provide content, but some people don't want a 3-hour episode, I guess. Whatever.
Right.
This one with only me and Tiff, because it's like sometimes she doesn't want to talk. She doesn't like to ramble like I do. So it was like 48 minutes or whatever. It didn't go 3 hours. So it was pretty short and concise in the point. But I appreciate the positive comments based on what these guys are saying, Penumbro. But you should appreciate all the episodes, I guess, is all I'm saying. They're all like little gifts from God.
I think that's what they were saying. But that's okay. We'll move on. We'll move on to Altius.
All right. Last but not least, Altius asks, with the COVID-19 outbreak only getting worse, what impact do you think it will have on Microsoft and Sony for their holiday 2020 launches?
Dude, at this point, like it's like throwing a balloon in the air, bud. We don't know when it's going to pop and come back down. Like, who knows? At this point, when everything's being canceled and
manufacturing has problems in China and people are having problems.
It might be a 21 launch. I mean,
it could be a 2020 launch, but limited like the old console launches of the shortages and everything else. I don't know.
All I know is when the pre-order goes up, mine's going in.
All I know is when the pre-order goes up, getting 2 of one and 1 of the other.
And putting the other one underneath the table that's wobbly. You guess which one.
That one doesn't get used as much, but it gets used. So
I think if this doesn't push it, it's going to create such a cost gap that they're not going to be able to offer it at the price they originally thought they were going to at this point. So I think it's definitely, I mean, with the shortage of electronics and stuff coming out of China and everything else, I think this is really going to affect the holiday 2020 launch. I wouldn't be surprised if they push it. I really don't.
Well, Microsoft came out today, and then all their materials we'll get to that later in the stories, but for everything they put out today, content-wise, it all said holiday 2020. So maybe they've moved manufacturing somewhere else, and we don't know. Like I've heard stuff about Mexico and Brazil and all these other countries where manufacturing was maybe moved to. So,
who's got the supply chain to back them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know there's the supply chain period right now.
Out of the two, like
you're saying Sony.
No, I don't know.
Microsoft has got a better supply chain.
Yeah, I'm thinking Microsoft.
And all the analyst predictions that they're talking about the possible push, most of them are talking about Sony being pushed because they just don't have the power or the supply chain lines as what Microsoft has. So.
Well, Microsoft makes a very small amount of products where Sony is still putting out TVs and receivers and everything else. So they if you think outside of the video game space, they have a pretty decent supply chain. Like, you can still go buy Sony TVs any given day. No issues. You can go buy a Sony receiver any given day. No issue. Microsoft's hardware is fairly limited. So
I don't know.
I don't either. I hope Microsoft's not the one delayed because that's one I'm buying 2 of. Spoilers.
I have a feeling that.
And the other one's going to the table leg. Spoiler.
I have a feeling that Microsoft meeting their date is more likely than Sony meeting their date. I think Sony is
behind,
and I also I don't know if you guys heard that same rumor that apparently now they're thinking about launching with a 2 SKU, where they're going to make a more powerful version. I really think they are bothered by the fact that they're not as powerful as the Series X.
No, it could be.
Yeah, so like I could see them maybe pushing back, and then it gives
Especially
it
where
gives-
now Microsoft whipped out their big ass dick and they're like,
Yeah. Okay. All right. These
Yeah.
are the specs. All right.
Yeah.
Let's make a second console that's more powerful, and we'll delay it and launch them side by side in like the spring.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like
It's all speculative. But what I think the one thing we can all agree on is COVID-19 is going to have some effect on manufacturing.
Everything.
I mean,
like-
the world, like the whole
Everything,
world.
Like
Yeah.
I have 3 Kickstarters now that I backed where they started shipping products to backers and now they're not getting stuff out of China, so they're not continuing those shipments to other backers, and they've been pushed off anywhere from 3 months to 6 months. So it is what it is. Like it's nobody's trying to dick you over. Nobody's fucking around. It's just the way the world is now. People can't ship things to certain places. People can't work in certain places. Hell, I think all of us are working from our own homes here right now. Are you also?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It started today.
yeah, I've been doing it since last week. So it's a different world right now. So we just got to play it out, see what happens, and hope that things come under control and the world gets back to normal-ish at some point, and we can actually go out and see our friends and do other stuff. But for right now, it's social distancing and delayed consoles.
And by playing it out, he means nobody has to work and everybody can play on Xbox and Fate Station Network. I struggled to say that if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, yeah.
And on your PC.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, if any of you have awesome feedback like these guys, except for any negative comments we may receive, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@toolofplay.com, y'all. All right. And on that, why don't we jump on over to what we're playing? What have you been playing this week, buddy?
Well, since the last time we had a show.
Oh, you can even go since the last show. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I've been playing a shit ton. So Sea of Thieves had a new update, the Heart of Fire. They introduced a new Tall Tale, so me and my friends jumped in and tried to go in blind, try to figure out the puzzles and shit. It was kind of cool. It was a good Telltale.
Nice.
Also played Broomstick League. This is like
What the fuck is that?
it's like Rocket League meets Quidditch in Harry Potter.
Oh, nice.
So you're like flying around in brooms, arenas, Rocket League ball, into the thing. Yeah.
Is that like a Steam early access thing, or is it out legit?
It's out legit. It's on Steam. Yeah. It's an Xbox and all that stuff too, I think.
wow.
Yeah, so I've been doing that. Of course, been playing the new Call of Duty Warzone. Downloaded the game, didn't buy it, just the free version. And yeah, I'm liking Warzone. Been playing with Duty and those guys. And
Nice,
then
nice.
I don't know if I talked about this game yet. It's called Blazing Sails. Have I talked about this? Does it sound familiar?
I don't think so.
So it is a blatant ripoff of
Call of Duty?
No,
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of
Sea
Thieves.
of Thieves. We saw this at PAX East.
but
It's legit a
Yeah.
dead ripoff.
Yeah, it's a BR though. It's only BR.
Mhm.
There's only a BR mode, and it's in alpha, like pre-alpha. Like this
Yep.
is like rough.
Is this on Steam? What's this? What is it
It's
on
on
console?
Steam. It's on Steam early access
Okay.
right now. It's in a pre-alpha right now. I love this game. They are doing.
Oh
I'll
my
have to
God.
check it out.
They are doing things better than Sea of Thieves, and it's blowing my mind. Like it's,
If you walked by this game and saw it on someone's PC, you would think it was Sea of Thieves if you didn't stand
Right.
around and look for longer than a minute or two.
and it's in pre-alpha. Like this game
That's funny.
has so much room to grow.
Yep.
I don't think it's a very big team. I think it's literally like one or two guys.
How am I not getting sued?
Well, there's the
It's-
one guy
it's-
that downloaded all the assets from
It's
Sea of
not-
Thieves,
it's not
and the
that
other
they're
guy that made the game.
It's not that they're copying them. It's just like it's a pirate game. It's a big map.
The art style's the
art's
exact same.
Not the same, but slightly different enough for it's not like copywriting. But like just like the way they handle all the mechanics in the game is like better than Sea of Thieves. Like it's really interesting. Like the way they do voice chat, the way they do ship combat, the way they do regular combat, looting. Like they just do everything just a little bit better. But it's cool. I don't know. I like it. I play from time to time.
Nice.
And then I've also been playing Halo 1 on PC
that
for
is
the
so
Master
good.
Chief Collection.
Yeah, I played that at PAX East too. That was so fun.
I figured out a way to set it so it's 8 versus 8, Blood Gold, CTF. That's all I want to play.
Nice.
And then I've also been playing Halo 5 with my friend Celeste, and that
Is the name drop of the day. Yeah.
oh.
I usually I'm the name dropper, so I gave you the name drop. Yeah.
no
All right.
no PUBG Mobile though.
No, look at
Yeah.
you.
Oh.
Broke free from the chains.
No.
All right, Yacht, what have you been playing?
Just two things right now. Just some EFT. Been playing with Selden a little bit with there. It's been fun playing that. Wish I could play a little bit more, but I've been sucked into the Call of Duty Warzone. Love it. Love both modes. Derek, I think you would enjoy it. It has a lot of fast-paced action that you like in the normal Call of Duty, but only in a BR mode. I think you would like it, to be honest with you. It kind of feels like a Call of Duty Halo, like back in the day when you were picking up specific, weapons on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Playing, it's really fast-paced. You can snipe really well. I think you'd like it. I think you should try it out. But yeah, those are the two. Like, really been enjoying the new Warzone. Like, I'm glad they came out with it. Finally came out with it, but it's actually been really good. It's really been fun to play. So,
All right, fair enough.
I got a 4th place last night without firing a single bullet.
Wow.
All I did was I got into a helicopter and I flew away. And then in the smaller circles, I managed to get on top of buildings and land and just sit there and just.
It's
I got all the way to 4th. I think I could have won that if I just didn't do nothing.
we've been playing Plunder a lot too as well, and we played we won 3 games in a row, and none of us shot anybody. We had 0 damage, and because you Plunder it is you have to try to get $1 million bucks to win the game. Well, we were just looting so well, and nobody was around us, and we were just holding on to our money, and none of us had any damage and any kills, and we won like 3 games in a row because
Wow.
nobody was because we were picking the right areas, and just nobody was coming over there, so it was hilarious.
Nice.
Yeah, I had a streamer on in the background today, and they were playing, and their squad just got in 3 of those trucks, and they were just driving around the map the entire time. It was just so fucking funny.
That game is probably the most difficult starting off point, like stage in any of the BRs.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
if you can survive that initial drop and loot around, like you can go. Oof, man, it is competitive. I love it,
If
though.
you
I
drop
love it.
hot, which is most places,
Yeah,
if you drop
most
anywhere
places
good to
are
get some
hot,
weapons,
yeah.
it's hard to. Plunder's a little different story because people were trying to drop like real hot most of the time because they figured there's a lot of chests there to get all the money. But there's certain areas if you drop right, if you away from the actual way the path of the plane goes, you can get I use a helicopter a lot too, so I'm hit. So I'll take the helicopter and I'll bunny hop from place to place and just loot
Exactly.
it, and then bunny hop to somewhere else and then loot it. Yeah, so
Nice.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the way to go.
Yeah.
How about you, Selden?
Honestly, I've been playing Escape from Tarkov. It's pretty much been my one
Wow.
main game I've been playing. Love that game. It's amazingly stressful. It's just
Very stressful.
It's just
Fun, though.
crazy, but it's so much fun. It's so addictive. They've really done a really good job on it. They've made some recent updates that really, cleared a couple things up that were, a lot of the community feeding back on them. But the game is just it's amazing how much addicted I am to that game, and I want to play it at all times. So haven't had a game like that in a long time. So besides that, played Harry Potter. I finally got around to it, and I cut the cord, and I deleted Pokemon Go and Ingress.
Wow, look at you.
Ingress.
I think
wow.
COVID definitely took that hit on me. I'm like, I can't get to the place I need to be. Like, I'll just stick with Harry Potter because I can do a lot of the dailies right from my desk and stuff like that at home and stuff. So, but then other than that, a bunch of Game Pass games and things like that. So,
Nice. So you've got the greatest still frame that. Oh no, he's back. All right. Well,
I have it blacked out so I don't see myself.
on the other hand, I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the good one. I had to take that giant update for you douchebags that wanted to play a fucking BR game. But I love that game. I play the shit out of it. I love it.
You'd love Warzone. I'm telling you.
I don't
You and
think
Mike need to come and join me one night. We'll just play a couple rounds and then we go play the normal if you don't like it.
No, I guarantee you we won't like it.
Is there a way for us to play together?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play cross-platform.
Yeah, I
just
can play with you, Hit.
Can you get
add
into,
me as
can you
yeah,
get
you
into
can get in a party.
parties?
Yeah, add me as an Activision friend, and we're all good.
Oh, it has to be your Activision account, not your
Yeah,
Xbox account, or
yeah, because you're playing on. Where'd you download it from on PC?
Battle.net,
Okay, yeah. So you need to add me in on Activision.
and then we can play when you're on Xbox.
Yep. Yeah, you can see what friends are online. You can invite your parties.
Same with
Same
Yon?
parties. Same. Yeah.
Oh. So when you play the game, you have to have an Activision account.
Yeah, if you want to play cross-platform, that's how you invite and make friends that are not on your current platform.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so we can do that. But yeah, I've been playing the real good multiplayer. I've just been playing Shoot the Ship, so it's either Shoot House or Shipment all the time. I don't think I've played another Call.
What?
I think we lost audio.
Whose audio?
Just
did
from
we-
Derry. From
I
me,
think,
Derry.
I think it was yours. You might want to say
Yep.
that again.
I've been playing Shoot the Ship exclusively, so it's Shipment and Shoot House all the time. It's fun. I like those small maps. Played the shit out of them. I did play a little Harry Potter Wizards Unite and Shitty Go, just daily, enough to phone it in. I do the events in Wizard Unite because they're good, but Pokemon Go, I just do a Pokestop and a catch a day, and then my time killer is Toon Blast when I have nothing else to do. But game-wise, it's all Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So I love that game so much. Yeah. All right. Well, on that, why don't we hop on over in the new releases? First new release out this week is Animal Crossing New Horizons out for the Switch, and
I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this one. What do
it
you guys
was
think about
super
this?
popular at PAX East, but I hate Animal Crossing games. This is not a game I would ever fucking play. I think it's so douchey and so shitty and so fucking stupid and not fun at all, and it's not for me, but I know 90% of the world loves this game.
So,
I've been thinking about getting it.
Of
Okay.
course you have.
so let me talk to
Think
the
about
real gamers in the room. How about
Yeah.
Selden and Hit?
I watched the trailer for the first time yesterday, and I was like, "Wow, this is kind of interesting." Thought about it. I'm not there yet, though.
Yeah.
But thought
I
about
thought
it.
about getting it for
apparently,
my
apparently, if
kids.
you buy it on digital, you get it early. It comes out on the 20th. Apparently, you could have
20th.
started downloading it yesterday.
Yeah,
Uh,
Animal Crossing games have always interested me. I just never pulled the trigger and getting it because I knew that I'd end up being sucked into it for a long time. So.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys ever play Minecraft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minimally.
Okay, that explains it.
Yeah.
Explains a lot.
Why would I go back to graphics from when I was a kid when I can fucking have good graphics now? Like, that was always my
There
thought.
was good graphics. You just didn't like the art style.
8-bit graphics are still 8-bit, whether you're using 128 bits to render them. It doesn't matter. So anyway,
okay,
I know the
next
world.
release.
The world loves this game. That's what it boils down
Yeah.
to. This booth at PAX East had lines. Fucking 2 minutes into PAX East, it was like line 6 hours from this point, and people were buying up all their merch and everything else. I know people suck this game off like it's God's gift to fucking cum shots, but it's not my fucking style of game. I don't want to play this kind of game. It's not my thing. I don't even want to turn on the Switch if I don't have to. So I understand this is somebody's type of game, just not mine. And it's a lot of people's type of game. Like, some of our kids are picking this up. They can't wait for it to come out. It's just not my thing. Same reason I don't play Smash.
Or
So-
any BR.
So how many
Or
Switches do you have that
any
you
other
don't
game.
use?
Or
We
Red
have-
Dead, or Zelda.
We have 2 unused Switches. Yes,
What
yeah.
the hell does he game, guys?
I don't know.
I play Call of Duty. I pick a game and I play it exclusively. That's why when people are talking about the next Xbox and they're like, "Oh, storage is going to be limited," blah 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 blah. Fuck you. I'm playing one fucking game. When I get to the next game, I'll delete that one. Fuck off, bitch. Boom.
You know what I find funny? I was thinking about this the other day. Do you remember when Borderlands came out? We were talking about Borderlands 3 and how it was like the best game ever. And then I remember saying something like, I asked a question like, do you think anything on the horizon is gonna like stop this game from everyone playing it? And I think Derek was like, no, nothing. I'm like, what about Call of Duty though? He's like, oh no, not Call of Duty. I'm like, every year it's the biggest game of the year ever, and it's just funny how the tables have turned.
Well,
Yeah.
because I was basing it.
In
In my defense, my most recent Call of Duty memory was a stupid fucking Treyarch Black Ops game. As soon as Infinity Ward put out a game again, oh my god, I forgot why I love these games so much. They're so good. They're so fucking good. I even had to play through the stupid fucking campaign to make sure I had all the guys unlocked for multiplayer. I was going through multiplayer. It's like, you can't use this guy until you played through mission douche squad and campaign. I was like, fucking fine. I'll play through 3 more hours of campaign to get this done. And fucking did it up. And now I have all the operators and the game's awesome. I love the game. But I'm telling you, like I'm a one game pony for the most part. Come the fall and Halo comes out, I'm done with this shit.
If it comes out.
Halo's coming out either way because it's going to be that play anywhere kind of. You buy it on Xbox One and it plays on your Xbox Series X later.
No, you are wrong. If the Xbox Series X doesn't launch in the fall, either does Halo.
I don't agree at all.
It's a console seller. This is why they're
but it's
doing
not
it
a console
together.
seller. You can literally buy it on Xbox One X right now, and it'll still play when you buy the new console.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
No.
Yeah, if the console gets delayed, I think the game's getting delayed with it.
Yeah.
Well, all right, let's put a line in the sand there, bitches, because this one I'm right about. So
No, you weren't right about Borderlands 3.
Borderlands 3 was great. I played through the whole game. I don't need any more because now I have Call of Duty. I have 2 maps. That's all I play. Shipment and Shoot House. I don't even give a shit about the other
Next release.
Yeah.
All right. Next new release out this week is Doom Eternal, out for the Xbox One, the PS4, and the PC. And plus, this comes with the Doom 64 remake on those same platforms. If you pre-order, it also comes out for the Switch. This game.
Yep, your audio died.
Oh boy.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
I heard a click that time. That was weird. Skype is misbehaving tonight.
I don't think it's Skype.
So this was one of Tiff and I's 2 favorite games at PAX East. We played the shit out of this. It was awesome. The way they've redone the campaign. What's wrong with you? You don't like Doom?
No, it's like watching Land Before Time. Like, really, do we need another Doom game? I mean, seriously.
They've made tons of changes to the gameplay and the dynamics, and there's ways to like level up your weapons as you play. There's multiplayer. There's all kinds of cool shit to this game. I pre-ordered this.
Oh, I'm super excited for.
Yeah,
really.
Thank you, Hit. Thank you.
Doom 2000 was it 2016? That game was amazing. This is a sequel to this. Like that game was up for Game of the Year. Like it was amazing.
I don't know where Jan's coming from on this one. Jan came down.
I have no interest.
Interest. You know what it is? It was for a while. Like Doom was pretty shitty. It was until the last one that they finally finally they finally figured it out.
This one makes that one look like a piece of shit. Yeah. This one is amazing, Hit. I promise you. Like,
no, I know. I played the last one. Like,
okay.
They finally figured it out
at PAX East, and it was awesome. I crunched through it. Tiff played the demo for like 35 minutes and loved it. So it's a quality game.
And this has VR support, right?
That I'm not sure of, but if it does,
man,
then
imagine. Oh my god!
So, Jan, what's your problem with Doom Eternal?
I'm just tired of them making Doom games. I think they need to move on.
Wow.
Something else.
I know. That's how I'm feeling, Hit. I saw your face, and that's
just disregard what I did there. And
oh, okay. Oh, how you put that other thing on the screen for a second?
By accident. I'm like,
yeah. Oh, Doom Eternal is so good, so much fun.
I believe you. It probably gets a good game. I don't have any interest in it. It's one of those game series I just wish would go away. But that's just me.
I would play another.
I'm also not
I
a
would play
one-trick
another-
pony, so surprised that you're getting on my case, Mister. I only play one game at a time.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to play 2 because I'm already in the battle pass for fucking Call of Duty, and I have to play Doom Eternal. So every once in a while, I play 2 games. I played Borderlands and Call of Duty for 3 months at the same time. So I don't
Does
know.
the Battle Pass work with the Battle Royale?
It does.
Yeah, there's portions of the battle pass you can fill in from Battle Royale. Those things I never do those daily challenges because I don't do battle royales because they're dumb. They're dumb as fuck. Although there is one battle royale mode that I believe is more like the classic Halos, where the weapons spawn at the same spot every place, every map. Is that true or not true?
What game?
In Call of Duty, in Warzone. Is there a mode where?
I mean, they spawn in every building. And there's buildings everywhere. Like
No, but
getting loot in that game is
does
not
the
a problem.
same weapon spawn in the same place every time in one of the modes? No, the only Apex does that right now.
And Apex doesn't even do that either.
No,
Yeah,
Apex has one mode that does that. Yeah,
Do they?
that was big
Okay.
news. We talked about it in the last week's show or whatever.
I wasn't around.
Okay,
It
good.
could have been an event, like a weekly event.
Oh, maybe it was a weekly thing. Yeah, but that's kind of my thing. But anyway, yeah, I'm watching Hit's video that he's showing right now. Like, how does this not interest you, Jan? It's fucking amazing. It's fast. It's frenetic gameplay. They have all these new fucking.
The graphics look phenomenal.
Yeah.
The game looks good, but if they put this in VR, I would be throwing up all over the place. it's too much motion.
I tore the head off this fucking evil priest guy and was like, "Fuck your fucking head," and threw it across the room. It was fucking awesome. Look, best shooter, must see, Doom Eternal, all that. Yeah. All right.
All right. Okay.
All
I'm
right.
still not gonna play it, but cool.
Next new release out this. Actually, I'm going to lump these two pieces of shit together. There's 2 more new releases out this week. There's MLB The Show 20 and RBI Baseball 20. MLB The Show 20 is only out for the PS4 because that's a Sony game. RBI Baseball is out for Xbox One, PS4, and the Switch. Who's playing baseball games now? You guys love these?
I am totally excited for the show. The only problem is I'm not going to pick it up right now is because they announced that this is also coming out multi-platform finally. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
But not at
that's
launch.
huge.
Yeah,
Not at launch.
I think we talked about it. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
at launch. That's why I'm not buying it right now. It's like later on. I thought I heard like fall to like holiday is when they're gonna do the other consoles, like PC being one of them. So I'm
You
just
would have
gonna- I'm
thought
just
they would
gonna
have
wait
done
that.
this from the beginning, though, right? Like, why make a game, even if you're Sony, that you know you could sell so many more copies of? This
they
is
want-
not a.
it
It's
was-
not a console seller. Who's buying a PlayStation just for the MLB The Show? They could have
Well-
been doing this all along.
Anyone that plays the show is basically buying a console. Like, yeah,
And there's people that play this like
yeah.
religiously.
Yeah.
No joke.
putting
I have
this in the
friends that
no
are all
jokes.
about the sports games, and they love this game.
Yeah.
Are you putting
Absolutely.
this in the Madden level?
This might be the perfect year for it. With no sports actually going on, this might be the gap that's everybody's going to be run to if they want to get sports in them.
Well, this is the only way to get
Sports in 'em.
sports right now.
Sports in you,
Sports in you.
Self
Get those
loves to
sports
shove
up
the
in ya.
sports in them,
sucking that sports.
shoving it up in them. Selton loves
Yeah,
that.
I just think that that's one of the biggest things. People are complaining that they don't have anything to watch. Well, this is going to be that gap that's going to fill that sports need that they have.
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
I'm not picking it up though.
Neither am I, but Hit will talk about it for all of us. All right, on that, why don't we jump over into some gaming news stories? Light news week this week due to the fact that the whole world has one news story they're talking about
Toilet paper.
24/7.
Toilet paper.
Yeah, toilet paper is a weird story.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Mm.
I've
Do you
gotten
guys
several
all
texts.
have some toilet paper?
No, I'm sticking to going outside and using the hose now. I mean, I didn't want to be one of those people, so
I had to trade.
I'm just,
I had to trade 10 plies for a coffee this morning.
Mm.
Like cash now, this stuff.
That's Yeah. Fortunately, our Amazon, what do you call that? When you order and then they're timed, the subscribe and save.
Yeah.
Our subscribe and save came in just before all of this, and so we have plenty. But we did step up into the world of ordering a fucking bidet.
No, look at you.
Yes, we're fancy like that now. So that's already shipped. It's arriving sometime this week, and
Is it like one of those nice heated seat bidet ones too?
heated seat, warmed water, fucking blow dry your ass when you're done. Yeah. So
I'm tempted. That's why I
I'm
made
coming to
that.
visit
I'll
Derek
joke,
just
but-
so I can use his bidet.
yeah.
I'll stick to my 3 shells. Thank
Ours
you very
was
much.
the 3 shells. Oh, yeah, this one was a nicer one from Bio Bidet. I think it was $3.99. Piece of cake, boom, done.
I'm just going over to the neighbor's house and just rubbing my butt across the grass. It works just as well.
You can also, since you're a cat hater, you can use their pets too.
Yeah, true.
We don't use our pets because we love them, but we know you hate pets. So,
No, I hate cats, not
Okay.
pets. There's a difference.
well, I'll give you guys a full review of this thing once it's in and set up. So,
Nice.
yeah, I'm sure that's what our audience is looking for.
They are now.
All right, so let's jump into gaming news. I'll take the first story, which is the closest to my heart. E3 2020 canceled due to overwhelming coronavirus concerns. This story actually was, they were late to the game for canceling. They almost seemed like they were just going to roll through and not give a fuck about it.
You think they're late?
I think they were late compared to everybody else canceling.
Yeah, I think they
What
were.
do you-
starting
what
to
do you
get-
mean?
hold
Their
out.
event is in June.
They were
Most of
starting,
these other events were in March or April.
the fact that anybody thinks that this is going to be wrapped up by June is
at back then, like when this happened, it was like, is this really going to go this far? But now is a completely different time right now. Like things are actually possible.
No, I don't know. There were events being canceled further out than this at the time where they were still mulling this over.
What?
And-
Like, what though? Give me an example. Like Comic-Con's still not canceled.
Comic-Con should have fucking been canceled already, and they're another one.
But they're still.
Dick-eating leftovers here. Okay.
I don't know. I had a bunch of marketing events that were canceled, and they were scheduled out like way in advance, and they were canceled for like they were closer to the end of the year. So
As far as I know, like event-wise, like it's starting to hit the May events right now.
So you're looking at gaming only events. If you look at
No, I'm
industry
looking.
events,
I'm only looking at like comic book conventions,
Yeah,
gaming conventions.
so if you look at industry events in other computer or networking or operating system related companies, all of these things have been canceled, and they've been canceled for quite a while. And people are, if they're not ones they run, companies are dropping out. My company dropped out of a major event that's coming up too, and Tiff's company hosts events, and their events canceled as well. And they're going, everybody's doing all these things virtual. You can't, if we're gonna get a handle on this thing and get it under control, you have to fucking social distance. You can't whip your dick out. We can't be going to restaurants. We can't be doing all this other shit. Like,
why are you ripping your dick out for this? I don't understand. I don't get it. Why?
I know. I just say that. I say
Wrong
that a lot.
analogy. Wrong
Yeah, I know.
analogy.
Because these guys want to be like, yeah, this is our
That's
conference.
another
And-
disease, Derek.
Yeah, these guys are like, our conference is on because we don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
South by Southwest definitely like PAX East came in just under the wire to the point where we were like, well, there's no cases in the U.S. and well, there's 2 and they're across the country, and that was the break point there, because as soon as PAX East was over and all this other shit started happening, everybody should have started canceling events. And the fact that Comic-Con is still going on is insane.
Yeah,
and
it's
even if
for
Comic-Con goes on, I guarantee you there's going to be so many high-profile dropouts that are not going that it's going to end up being a shitty show.
Yeah. Of all the events that I care about in the year, the 2 that I usually go to, they're still on. Comic-Con's end of July, Fan Expo ends of August. Both of them are still on. I don't know.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to
It's
see.
it's in that starting to get in that iffy territory, but yeah.
Well,
I'm fully expecting it to, but
I'm glad that E3 canceled, and ironically, what this gives E3 a chance to do is not put on another shitty E3 and have a chance to try to reevaluate their shit. And when they come back next year, maybe go back to putting on a good show.
I don't know, man. We've been
You think they're
we've
just
been
tainted?
talking about this in the Discord for a few days now, and I think this is like the beginning of the end for E3 because once all
Well,
these,
I think it's
once
I
the
thought
industry,
that was 2 years ago.
yeah, but once the industry realizes that whatever they end up switching to because of the no event is like just as cheaper, it does just as well of getting the word out on their products that they don't need E3 anymore. Like I think
think
I think this
they'll
is
do more
really
smaller
bad
shows.
for E3.
I think they're going to do more of the smaller shows. They don't need E3
I think
anymore.
E3 as we know it is gone. Is it will be dead. I think
E3 as we know it was dead 2 years ago. As soon as they
well,
started letting
this
red
definitely
shirts
put the
in
nail in the
E3,
coffin.
we
Then
didn't need it. No.
This is like the one analogy that I like that I've used. I used it with Selden. I'm like, I think it was Selden. Like it's like kicking them while they're on, like they've fallen down and you're kicking them on the way back up. Like they were down, and then this virus came and was like, stay down, motherfucker. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't think this is very good for
No.
E3 or the gaming industry.
E3. used
I
to
don't
be
think
a
it's
great
very good for any
point.
show because what was the other one you named, Derek? The
South by Southwest.
Yeah, that one. That one's. They said they might not be doing it ever again now because of.
Well, that's because
This
they
is the
didn't have
one.
insurance for all these things, and
Yeah.
they're eating tons of costs for all this stuff. And
Yeah. Well, that's true too. But I mean, still, a lot of shows are going to be going to be hurting for this. So
see, South by Southwest is a little different. It's not a gaming show per se. But
Yeah,
there's
a lot of
there's
music
tons
and
of
stuff in there.
tons of indie film developers. Like my friend Malcolm Ingram was supposed to debut his new movie there, the Clerks documentary about Kevin Smith there. Obviously that got shut down, and you'd think he would be upset, and he's actually not. He's like, you know what? This is the time to be safe. We'll figure out when to do all this stuff.
he should just drop it on this show. We're famous.
But
Yeah, I
yes,
see.
thanks. But that you guys may actually see me in that Clerk documentary. The documentary is called Clerk, and it's a documentary about Kevin Smith making Clerks and all how indie film grew through him. But I may or may not make an appearance in that documentary. So,
Ruined it. I can't watch it now. You ruined it for me.
but yeah, South by
Thanks.
Think of so many indie films have made their debut at South by Southwest, and
Yeah.
and it was their launching pad. So I do feel bad for those indie devs. And then you hear about all these artists down that like they say like 70 to 90% of their annual income comes during South by Southwest for their whatever their little tchotchkes or whatever bullshit they're selling is. So you feel bad for those guys, and I understand there's kind of a backlash to this. Like, I just rather people be safe and we figure out a way to support these people otherwise. Like, I'm supposed to have a haircut on Saturday. I get my haircut every 2 weeks, but I'm contemplating paying my hairstylist either way because she needs money coming in too. Like, I don't know what the right thing to do in these times is. What are you guys doing during this to support the people that the restaurants
Cut our
and
hair.
you and Sultan don't have a problem. with this
Yeah,
'cause
I'm like, what?
there's cue balls over there, but I have to get my
Yeah.
hair cut every 2 weeks.
I don't get my hair cut for at least
weeks.
maybe once a month if I'm
It
if
looks
I'm
that
feeling
way.
it.
It looks
Yeah,
that way.
I know.
Yeah.
It's okay. That's just how I am. I don't really care.
Yeah, like I know that like my buddies, they're opening their brewery. It was supposed to be this coming weekend. They're not opening it now. They're not having the grand opening, but I'm going to try to see whenever they have a can release, run down there and we'll do the cash and go right out the door. So there's, do what you can to help support the local businesses, but
like lots of our local businesses have gone takeout instead of dine in, and I feel like supporting your local restaurants and stuff is key during this time because it
You broke
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
What happened?
Whoa. I said, and it's not good for anyone. Like, we should support local businesses.
No.
We should try to
I agree. You should support everybody, just like somebody should sponsor the show now.
I was,
Wow. Support us.
I was going to say, You have all this extra revenue sitting around. Just hit that subscribe button down there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, these guys are capitalizing on a pandemic, but
No.
I'm gonna call next story.
I don't really. None of these. I don't feel any of these. I'm sorry, guys. I'll just comment.
The second story was amazing. Zeldin.
Zelda.
I mean,
I will go with the Microsoft drops full Xbox Series X tech specs, reveals storage expansion cards.
it's awesome. I mean, when I saw it, I was excited. But it's still, I knew things like this were coming, so I'm just waiting for the price points. And I say
give a
points,
shit
not
about the
points.
I don't even.
Yeah, I
give a
think-
shit. I'm balls keeping this no matter what.
I think most of what was in here we kind of already knew. You know, we knew that it had 8 cores. We knew it had 12 teraflops. We knew that it had 16 gigabytes of memory. I think the one thing that came out that was the big talking about point was the expandable 1 terabyte expansion card slot that was in the back, and people finally figured out what that slot was for. So,
Well, Paul Thurrott from Win Superside and all his things and Thurrott.com called this at the time when they were saying it was like a debug port. He's like, no, that's like an expanded storage spot. And that was like a month and a half ago that he said this. So what interface that slot is using, I don't know. But when you read all of Microsoft's stuff, they're saying it's as fast as being the internal SSD on the motherboard. So
Which is 1 terabyte, by the way. Everybody thought it was not going to be that big, but it is. So
yeah, I think that I found a little bit further information. It was like a PCI. It was a mini PCI Express port 4.0 version. So
all right,
it's gonna be super fast. So
yeah, that's as fast as the what do you call those little drives? The ones I have. What the fuck are they called? HIT.
SSDs?
No, what's the super fast other SSD hit?
the M2s?
It's not
The
super
M2s, yeah.
fast. It's not super fast. It's the same. It's
Yeah,
different
it's
form factor.
Yeah, it's the same as M2 speed wise though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to pop these things in the back and have them be as fast as the M2 and have these expandable, I think it's not going to affect me. Like I said, I'll delete shit and re-download shit, and unless these
I'll
games.
probably have one. Plug
One
in
I'll
back.
probably have
yeah,
one
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all going to have one extra stuck in there, but I don't think we're all going to be swapping these things out like
Yeah, like cartridges.
like
no.
MMUs. No,
And if anything, I'll go for a 2 terabyte one if there is one, and so I'll have enough storage space at that point.
Yeah, I probably won't get one right off the bat. I'll probably wait for that year mark and see where the price comes down on them. But I will get one eventually, I'm sure.
But this thing is as powerful as we thought, if not more powerful, I believe.
I love it. I love it. Excited.
Yeah, you know what? The biggest complaint I have is I know that not everybody lives in a super fast internet environment, but they got to get rid of the Blu-ray drive. Just get rid of the physical media drive. Save some money on the console.
I know.
Didn't they?
They're trying to sell, and there's just
Some
I
people
know.
like
there's
this.
so underlining things there. It's hard for them not to do that.
Right.
Hold on.
I get it, but
Didn't they get rid of it? I thought you had to plug it in now.
No, it's in
no,
there.
It's
no,
in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
embedded in there. The
Yeah.
4K UHD Blu-ray drive is inside the thing. So
Oh.
But see,
it's just if they're looking to save some money for the consumer on the end, I mean,
I know it's the
offer
cost of
me
the
a
drive
version
plus
without
the cost
one
of the
then,
licensing from Sony. But
Yeah.
you think about the amount of Ultra HD discs that people have bought that are not
Yeah,
streaming.
that's the thing. People love Blu-rays. The quality of Blu-rays, it's that genre is still there. People still buy them left and right. So that's not going away. That might go away in the next console, but not. Yeah, it was not going to be in this generation.
You notice I didn't say anything about AK?
Why would you? I don't understand why.
I know. Well, Derek's all about
for the Derek drive.
yeah, for the Derek over here thinks he's gonna play at 8K 120 frames.
No, I don't think I'm ever playing AK 120 frames, but it does say that it's still their goal is for its 8K compliance. And
8K 15. That's probably compliant.
okay, well, do you have an 8K display yet?
No.
Neither
Do you?
do I. No.
But even if I did,
You
the
want one?
performance level is going to be shit.
But I'll play 4K 60 and 4K
Yes.
120 till I'm fucking jizzing my pants. Okay.
Why? Why do you need that?
They're not gonna do 4K 120.
It literally the screen
It-
you have on the
it's-
screen
yeah, it
right
says
now says
4K
4K 60
Up to 120.
Up to
to
120
120.
in 1080, not in 4K. That's not saying it's 4K 120.
No, that's 4K 120 because
No,
there's
it's
an article
4K at 60. It says right there.
out
The
up to
up to
120.
120 is for other resolutions, which is more than
No,
likely
no,
1080.
No, that's the performance target for 4K because there was an article out today that said that Gears 5 may do 4K 120. That is literally a news story that came out today that's not in our list of news stories because it seemed really Xbox centric, so I didn't paste it here. But there
Because this one isn't.
I know. And our next one is also a Microsoft one. So let's
Yeah.
like there is a story that Gears 5 may do 4K 120 on this bad bitch. So
Well, we'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
we'll see.
I'm excited for it regardless. I don't really
What
care.
is
You know, it's gonna
going
be awesome.
on with Selden? Hold.
I don't know.
oh, Selden did his he's got Red Nose Day going
Uh,
on.
Yeah.
It's
All right, I'll
funny
take the
how the
next story.
monster changes colors.
I'll just keep moving down the ladder here. Microsoft details its low latency Xbox Series X controller. Who is
All right.
excited for this? I am.
This is
I'm
actually
finally.
not happy about this.
Who doesn't have the new Elite 2 from
I
our
don't.
group?
I do
Okay.
not.
So you two should be really excited.
I am really excited.
I'm
For
not
those
excited
of-
for this. What the fuck, man? I just spent all that money on the controller.
That's why I didn't buy the
Right.
controller.
We already have the low latency in our controller.
Is it in the? Is it?
Yeah, it's in our Series 2. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the common man can get some of the benefits of our godlike controller without paying the premium for the good controller. Selden, you made it so much worse by doing that. Now he's a siren now. Wow.
No.
Selden's in the red light district tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. That's
Oh,
better.
Two Derricks. Two Derricks.
Oh, that's
Don't worry.
Uh,
Just
The
just
only
leave
thing
it.
one is
Hey,
better than one
hit,
Derek is
hit.
two.
All I
Just
need to
leave
say
it.
is this: hit. This is all I need to say. 2 trains, buddy. 2 trains.
No, I think this controller looks
No,
like
just leave it. Don't. Just leave me blank.
for this controller, they took some of the best parts of the Elite without taking the expensive parts and ported it to the shipping controller and the one they're going to sell with this guy. So I'm a big fan of this. It looks like they took the rounded bumpers and all these other things and incorporated those.
The
So
only thing I would want on this controller would be trigger stops. That's the only thing I would really want.
yeah, they're not going to give you that unless you buy the good one.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing I would want. The other buttons I really don't care about. I mean, they're okay, but like I'd rather just have trigger stops.
Yeah.
I mean, the looks of the controller, they smoothed it out a lot. I mean, it looks nice. It looks like a nice controller to come with the console. I think it's a good first console. Yeah, the D-pad recreation on
Yep,
that. I
that's-
like.
that's
I like
My
the.
D-pad. The
I
only
like
thing that controller has that the Elite doesn't is the share button. And if I'm sharing, I'm already sharing by streaming. So I
You're
don't need to
sharing to
hit-
Karen.
Yeah, I don't need to share separately from my streaming share. So
It'd be nice if that's a programmable button that you can change it in game to do something else.
Like screenshots or screen captures. That would be cool.
well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it looks great, and I think that Microsoft has really taken an early step forward of like putting all their shit on the table and being like, this is our console, these are our specs, this is our controller, these are its specs. Like,
So I got a question for you guys. Would you guys be mad, let's say after the console comes out, like in 2021, they come out with an Xbox Elite 3 controller?
no, I'll buy that too.
I'd be pretty
Like-
mad.
I wouldn't. Like, these things are like, it's like bread. You get a new loaf of bread every
No, you don't get a new loaf. A loaf of bread doesn't cost $150.
This one was 170, but look,
Okay,
it's
well,
counting.
regardless.
I don't give a shit. Like, it's the
Where-
cost
where
of
do you
doing
buy
business.
your bread at? The
It's a
gold
cost
store?
it's a cost of doing business, motherfuckers. I don't care. Like, if there's something,
Derek is not that team player guy, you know. He's the guy that you tell him like, "Hey, there's no I in team," and he's the guy that says, "Yeah, but there's an M and an E That's Derek.
Oh, Hit went with that common. Wow, Hit. Thanks.
But yeah,
All right.
on the opposite side of your question, I'm happy I didn't buy the Elite controller because I was hoping that we'd see an improvement in the controller going on with the Series X when it comes out. And
So what
I'm happy with that.
So you'd rather have the share button than all the trigger stops and the customizable throws and everything else that comes with the Elite? No,
I'm not that good.
Okay. Yeah. If
I'm happy with it. So.
if you're a passable fucking spunk and that's how you play games, then I guess that controller is probably pretty awesome. But yeah.
I think it's a good out of the box controller. It looks nice.
Oh, I do.
I can't wait to get my hands on it and feel the weight of it and see what it's like. So.
Oh, I guarantee you the weight of that is going to be the same as every other Xbox controller.
Oh, it's going to be exactly the same.
This thing is not going to weigh like the Elites. No. If you want to make it weigh like the Elites, open up. Solder some lead in there. But this is not...
by Beats by Dre. Just put some lead in there to make it heavier.
yeah. This is not the Elite, but it's definitely the best shipping controller I've seen of any console ever.
Yeah.
So. All right. Next story. All right. I'll take one since you guys are slow at reading. Why don't you guys read ahead? Dreams creators can apply to sell their work beyond the PS4. So Dreams is that game we talked about a couple months back by the guys that made Sackboy, that game. This is the game you can make all kinds of different types of games in, racing games and fighting games and all this kind of stuff. So now they've said that these guys, besides being able to put out your content on the PS4, you can apply to sell your work cross-platform out of this game. So if you're going to actually spend time playing this game and building some kind of awesome game in it, you could get some sort of payback from it if it's good and people want it. So I think this is a great thing.
I think we're going to see more of this.
Do you?
I do.
This is one of the games that actually interested me from PlayStation is this Dreams.
I mean, just the whole like cross-platform thing. I think the whole. I don't. You know, I think between the PC world and the Xbox, like PlayStation seems like they're just. I mean, the only one of the two only games I'd ever play on PlayStation they're releasing on PC now. So, I mean, I was like bummed that I actually played a PlayStation to play that game. Now I got to play it on PC. Like I would have been, I still might play it on PC, but that game was awesome. But yeah, it was just like, I think we'll see more of this, and this game is just kind of showing some more of that, more of that direction's going. It's just going to be cross-platform. Period.
I just think it's cool to be able to build a game within a game and then monetize that game. So if you can learn their in-game engine and build a game that people like, and then you can sell that game to people that are not just on PlayStation, that's win for the developer. It's win for PlayStation. It's win for you. And it's win for the guys that want to play your game. It's win across the ecosystem. So I think this is a
How would you
huge step
classify
forward.
that? How would you classify that type of game, though?
Would
it be an indie game, or would it be something a little different classified? If you were trying, like I built a game in there and was trying to pass it on to some other people.
It's an indie game built in an engine that's not a traditional engine. It's built in an engine that's a game. Like I don't.
We just blew everybody's mind.
Yeah, there's no word for it yet. Like instead of using a game engine, you're using a game to build your game.
That's why I asked, because it's not really.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like it really is an indie game per se.
No, I don't know what to call it. It's like
it's the new Stranded engine genre.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's like I'm not using Unreal or any of these other engines. I'm using this game that gave me a game building platform to build a game using their engine, and now I can distribute it across platform. So I think it's super cool. To your thing, Jan, I don't know what you call this, but I'm a huge fan.
So is it a PlayStation exclusive game at this point?
I believe it's still exclusive.
So somebody recreated if they recreated the Dreams game within the Dreams game, would they be able to sell that outside of the PlayStation environment?
Wow, that's too. Can't even cover.
Wow,
that
that's
tonight.
Inception.
Yeah, you're
That's
talking about
Inception right
Inception
there.
here.
Yeah, that's Dreamception. Okay, we don't cover Dreamception on this show.
No.
No,
Gee.
no.
Sheldon.
Only stranded games.
Only
Yeah, Stranded Games is the only exception that we do. Strandception.
what happened to Stranded?
Oh, Tiff's covering those.
That's coming to PC too.
Yep.
Does anybody want it at this point? It didn't make any noise once it hit the platform of PlayStation.
Oh, it made tons of noise.
Oh, it made tons of noise. Sheldon, where were you
Yeah,
at?
where were you?
But who's still playing that game? Is anybody playing
Selden's
it?
news feed is
Some
like
people said that was
plus
like
games
the
minus
best.
PS4.
Yeah, the best game for delivering packages and story. They said the story was phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know,
I
that's why I wanted
think
Tiff to play it and stream it because I wanted to literally watch it when she played it. So
I
could
like how you
watch
still
the
gave a
story.
dig about package delivery in your compliments to the game.
You like that?
Yeah. You're like, yeah, it's awesome. Boom. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. All right, I'll talk to Tiff. I'll make sure she plays it and streams it.
Yeah.
All right.
All she has to do is text me and I'll be on there. I mean, I'm at home, so I mean, I'll gladly.
Yeah,
watch
we
it
all
day
got
long.
nothing better to do. No
Yeah.
one's leaving the house. Yep.
Yep.
All right, next story.
Well-
I'm looking at you because you sucked this thing off earlier.
Who, me?
Yeah, the next chronological.
All right, here we go.
Monday.
Call of Duty Warzone crosses 15 million players in 4 days. This story is coming out of Gamma Sutra again. A coincidence that are all coming from this site, and it's really weird. Like we post all these news stories and they don't show
I
up,
picked
but
from
but
three
only the ones.
sites because you guys don't add anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure being sold and
It's
stuff all the time. But
so-
anyway, Call of Duty Warzone crosses 15 million players in 4 days. It's the free-to-play battle royale offering, which is available as a standalone download for Modern Warfare. Attracted more than 6 million players during its first 24 hours on digital shelves, and has more than doubled that total in the days since. Now, we talked about this game a little bit earlier in this show. It's a great battle royale game.
So okay. How does it? Nobody gave the numbers of how it actually competes to when Apex and Fortnite came out.
Negative.
It didn't really say.
I
It
don't
says
think either
a
of those
lucrative
guys-
market that has been dominated by. That's all it says about
That's all it
Fortnite.
says, yeah.
So that's it. They don't say about the numbers of those two.
No.
I mean, I know Fortnite still holds the freaking record, but like I didn't know how even close this would be. It would be interesting to see that number statistic.
So, Apex Legends hit 10 million in 3 days,
Okay, so okay.
and then 25 million in its first week.
Okay. What
So-
about Fortnite? Let's see.
Well, here's a number to throw at you. This story showed up on my threads today. Steam smashed its all-time concurrent user record in a 24-hour period. They set a peak of 20,313,451
For what?
concurrent users on Steam.
For
playing
which
games.
game?
All games, their whole platform.
No, that doesn't help this story.
Yeah, it's the first.
Where are
time-
you at, Selden?
Selden's
I'm
all
just saying.
high over there.
It's just that within a 24-hour period, they hit 20 million. That's the first time they've ever exceeded 20 million in a single day. So I thought that was a pretty interesting number since we're talking numbers.
And
All right,
what
the
did
stock
I-
market
what
went
did I say
down
last time?
3,000 points today. It's a number. Yeah, you can't
Numbers
count
don't
that.
lie. Numbers don't lie. Especially when a console's only sold 9 million in 2 years. 9 million in 2 fucking years.
All right. I think this is good news for Call of Duty. Now, for you BR bitches, how many people that play the BR do you think will convert to buying the real game that's good?
10%.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that.
All right, even 10% is a good number. That's 1.5 million. 1.5 million new sales for a game that's
5%.
a couple months old? No, now you're lowering it.
3.5. That's
Wait,
right.
you're lowering it a second time?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that I think
3.5.
they're the people that already bought the game. I don't think you're going to get a lot of new users buying the game based on the battle royale that came out. I think you're going to see an increase in their battle coin sales, is what they're really probably going for, and that's probably why they delayed it as far as they did.
Yeah, I don't think they're trying to get people to buy the game. I think they're trying to get people to buy stuff for the game.
Well, I think so. I think you're right. I don't know about 10%. 10% probably is a little high, but I think people will buy it because they're like Derek and they want to. Oh, I want to go unlock the characters that I can, play in the VR.
The 3.5 that I was talking about.
My kids got into Fortnite when it was the free bullshit version, and then more than one of them went back and bought the versus the world version, or versus the whatever the original Fortnite was. Yeah. They bought that after the fact. So I don't think this is a big stretch for people to want more content from the game that they love. Just saying. Did any of you guys buy Fortnite, the real gun?
No.
Okay, because we're grown adults that aren't idiots. Yeah. Kids are dumb. That's what it boils down to.
I mean, I made other dumb purchases with games, but it wasn't Fortnite.
All right. But yeah, good on Call of Duty for busting out 50 million people in 4 days. That's pretty impressive. And I'm curious to see their week numbers and whether they pass Apex, because they probably should.
I mean, they don't have.
I think they will. 5 more million. I think they will in the first week, maybe 2, and then it'll start to stabilize again. And I think Apex will go above it.
Unless they actually do have a plan now, and they do make changes to the VR world and map and come with new gameplays or something, then they'll keep. That's the only problem with these games nowadays. That's why Fortnite has stayed out there
so long. They get stagnant.
They get stagnant, but Fortnite keeps updating the game by putting a new content out. That's what people want. People haven't got that yet. That's what everybody wants. It doesn't matter if it's the same stupid map.
You got to be updating.
If there's new content to the map and you change it just enough, make it purple. People will be dumbfounded for weeks.
The ADD generation loves that. They're like, it's different. I want to play.
Yes.
Fortnite and Apex are also. Not only they're making new maps and stuff, but they're also they make a, how do I word this? Their world. They make their world live, their characters. Especially Apex is really upped it with their latest update.
Fortnite's done this too. Think about the Star Wars update.
No, I know, but
J.J. Abrams do a live fucking press thing.
Call of Duty isn't doing that. It's just literally a mode. It's not.
The Call of Duty will come up with another map, but I don't think they'll do that. What you're saying there, where they'll have in-game interactivity and stuff. They might do
overarching storylines and stuff like how I said about how I think one of the new characters in the future is going to be that kid that saw her parents get murdered, that kind of thing. Call of Duty doesn't have. It's just
Yeah. I guess time will tell.
Yeah, we'll see how they update their game.
Good on them. I saw
Apex didn't start like that.
I saw all my Apex bitches playing fucking Call of Duty this week. So
the new hotness.
Yeah, they were playing Warzone, right?
Yeah, they were. Because Apex bitches are only BR bitches. Apex bitches are BR bitches, and BR bitches don't fuck. Yeah, whatever. Fuck those fucks. Yeah, anyway.
Okay.
All right. Sense, but... No, it didn't. No. All right. Last story. GDC 2020 Virtual Talks Awards streaming free all this week. So GDC was canceled. They're doing their talks. They're doing all their award presentations, and they're all free to everybody. You don't even have to go to GDC. So I think this was kind of a cool way to not do your show, but make sure that you catered to the audience of your show. I'm probably going to watch some of these things.
Well, they got to do a lot of these things. Are going to have to do an Audible and figure that out. That's what they're going to have to do. I mean, that's what Microsoft did right away. They're like, okay, E3's not having a show. Okay, we'll just start doing our own thing.
Yep,
we can do it anyways, but we were just trying to be nice, so we'll just do our own thing now. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I think this is cool. I'm definitely. I've been watching the schedule of what's lined up, and I have a couple things I want to drop in and watch. And I don't know. I think they made the best of a bad situation, and I think that perhaps some of these other shows should think about doing these same sort of things. And I know E3 hasn't said anything yet, but really they could still take lots of these things virtual if they were thinking ahead. And moving further forward, Comic-Con could do the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
But how can all the celebs sell their
But
signatures for hundreds of
Comic-Con's
dollars?
the social aspect. It's the interaction. So it's kind of it'd be hard for that to do that. I mean,
well, no, because lots of trailers for big name movies drop at Comic-Con, and they're Comic-Con exclusives. So imagine
true.
if those Comic-Con exclusive trailers dropped online, but not a generic online to people that dialed into some Comic-Con streaming website to watch them. Now that makes Comic-Con still
it's not just
pertinent.
that portion of it too. There's also the toys and the games and all that kinds of stuff out there that are not big games like video games. I mean, like board games.
like all the toys and everything.
Yeah.
And I saw that with South by Southwest. I've been getting emails all week about vendors that were showing off, that were going to show off stuff at South by Southwest, and they're like, hey, here's a link to what we were showing, and if you want to buy it, here's your 10% off coupon or whatever. So
they're being smart, but South by Southwest wasn't. They should have they should have been contacting all those people and saying, all right, here's what we're gonna do.
Here's our storefront. Yes.
Yes.
So I think there's ways to do this, and I think GDC, at least putting their shit online, like, because theirs was canceled so last minute that people didn't have a chance to make these alternate plans, but I think they're doing something right.
Yeah. It's cool. It's good news.
Yeah.
People are thinking outside the box for these crazy times we're in right now.
Yep. And they are crazy times, Jan. Crazy times.
Mind blowing.
Well, that wraps up our week news story list for this week. So if you want to give us a news story or something you want us to talk about, give us a call, 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@totalplay.com. Give us something you want us to talk about, and we'll talk about it because we got nothing else. The news is heavily dominated by what's going on in the real
Toilet
world.
paper.
Yep. Sponsors. We need sponsors, and we're still trying to figure this out. We had a brief sponsorship last week from Tito's, but we're trying to figure out if that's even
Charmin,
legal.
we're looking at you. Charmin, we're looking at you.
We're not sure the alcohol sponsors are as legal as we thought they were, but if you have a sponsorship you want to give us, contact us and we'll work something out with you. Podcast@toolplay.com, 773-527-2961, and we'll work with you on this, and we'll figure out the legal boundaries that we can step to make this equitable for both of us. But yeah, we don't want to break any laws. Thanks, Selden. Twitter us up.
Troublemaker.
I gave you the guidelines. That's all I had to do.
Yeah, I know. That's just an asshole move. Twitter us up. You can find everything Toolplayer at twitter.com/tool-to-play. Everything podcast related at twitter.com/still_got_game. I, King of the Internet, got everything that's fucking holding at twitter.com/Derek Nolan.
And I'm at twitter.com/IsaacHitman.
And I'm at twitter.com/James A. Yant.
I'm at twitter.com/Selden007.
Facebook the fuck out of some of us. Facebook.com/tool-to-play. Facebook.com/Derek Nolan.
And Facebook.com/Selden007.
We also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/tool-to-play. That's where we archive all of our old video content, whether it's live streams, whether it's previous shows, whether it's episodes of Still Got Game, whether it's Hits Quick Hits, which is definitely coming back shortly, whether it's immature interviews with Tiff, whether it's Thick and Thin with LB and Duty featuring Isaac Hitman, and Selden is smiling, just waiting for whether it's Selden's Dick Cam. Whichever show it is. And to be honest, spoilers, I'm not sure Selden actually called his show Selden's Dick Cam. Selden, what was the name of your show? If you want to say the original name.
I actually have no idea what it was anymore.
Okay, then it was Selden's Dick Cam. So I gave him a chance to defend it, and he failed.
It was Selden's Quick Hits.
No, you can't take hits things. It has quick hits. Yours was Selden's
boy.
Dick Cam. But all of those are on our YouTube channel. So go there and subscribe, and you will have access to all of our old video content. Please, please, please rate and review the podcast on iTunes. Give us 5 stars. And if you have an extra 5 seconds, write something nice like, I wish Selden would bring back his show.
You could just catch me streaming.
Yeah. They catch him streaming in the deep.
Balls of deep end.
Oh, that was the setup I shouldn't have given because too many people took advantage of it. All right. We also have a Discord channel, Discord group.
Wow.
I know I've lost control because Yant fucking set me up awesomely there. Well done, Yant. If you go to tiltplay.com/SGG Discord, you can join our Discord. You can talk to us all day long. Selden talks the most of all of us with you. So if you want to have like a breach into a celebrity, you can talk with Selden almost all of the day. Yant probably second most. Hidden Eye less, but
No, it's hit. I'm probably the least out of all of us.
But we will talk to you. So go to tiltplay.com/SGG Discord, join our Discord, and we will talk to you all day long. We have a Mixer channel, mixer.com/tiltplay. That's where we stream all of our live video content. And from all of our hosts that you see here, they will all be hosted up on the Tiltplay Mixer channel. So definitely go there and follow us, and you will receive all of our live video content. We each also have our own mixers. I'm at mixer.com/Derek Nolan.
I'm at mixer.com/Isaac
I'm at mixer.com/YauntDog7.
I'm at mixer.com/Selden007.
I guess before we wrap up, I want to remind you all you can join us each and every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, mixer.com/tooltoplay. And on that, why don't we wrap this long time coming episode up? I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Roger Hitman Roken.
I'm James. Great to be back. Yaunt Dog. Yaunt.
And I'm Chris Selden007 Selden.
Social distance with Still Got Game. The show is safe for you to watch.